All right, y'all. Part two. I see that there's a lot that's going on. There's a lot that's being orchestrated. There's a lot that's you guys are trying to hide it. And when I say you guys, I'm speaking to the people specifically that are involved, that watch my stuff, not that are involved, literally, that are involved. I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying I am aware that you are trying to take me out of here. And I'm also aware of your tactics. And I'm also aware of the fact that you are orchestrating a lot of this stuff just so that you can protect yourself. I just don't know who you are. Okay? But I most definitely have picked up on all of that. So be mindful. All right? Let me see if I can get this. Okay. Anyway, it's okay. I'm going to just have to deal with the glare. Just be mindful. Like, I don't want smoke with people. I don't like that. Even in my 12-part real talk that I just uploaded, I get really upset. I even yelled last night. I remember I was like, oh, my throat is hurting because I yelled because I was so tired of this shit. But the people who have stuff like save your tears for another day, or, oh, nobody cares about your black girl tears, or, yeah, baby, I remember you. How you doing? So moving forward, though, because the forgiveness has already been issued. You didn't even have to ask for it. I gave it to you for me. Okay? Okay? And I tell you this much. There are a lot of little black girls out there that have been abused and have been tarnished. And you know what? A lot of people care about their black girl tears, including me. You may not give a fuck, but I do. I hope you heal through that, sister. Moving forward. So it became very clear to me, actually around that time, y'all was doing the activation, the whole, and we got to make sure we, get this bitch off IG, right? Yeah. So even though you succeeded, I gave you guys that. You didn't have to keep coming for me. You know what I mean? Here, let me pause this for a second. Another thing that I would like for you guys to not do, please don't watch the clock on me. If you know what that means. Don't watch the clock on me, because I don't abide by that. Okay, so like when I'm going off and all that type of stuff, honey, I'm not going off on anyone but the entity that keeps fucking with me and preventing me from growing and trying to make it seem as if I am the product of stifled productivity or some shit like that. Like, she can't progress. No, that's y'all behind the scenes doing that shit, and you know it. And you're working through many different people to do it. So I have to move forward and do what I need to do. And I've been saying that for quite a while. And like I said, I'm going to be taking a break very soon, but I'm not rushing it, because the reality is that a lot of people do not want me online because they don't want me telling the truth. And I think that my personal truth is a little bit too close to some people's reality and some shit that they probably have done or had something to do with, and they don't want to admit or acknowledge that they've done something. But yes, you've done something. I have made a commitment to respond to any subliminal messages that I feel need to be addressed. At this point, it just is what it is. Okay? At this point, it just is what it is. You guys got your people. We're waiting for her to turn this age. We're waiting for this year. We're waiting for that because the deadline for this is that. And we'll have easier access and this and that. And, and we'll hold the kid for this and we'll do. And it's just like, I literally, it's almost like I can hear your thoughts. Almost, So it's kind of like, whichever move you want to make, I've already anticipated that you would make that move anyway. Like anything that you've done, anything you planning on doing, I've already anticipated what it is that you're going to try and do. Because I play chess too. I just play it up here. I don't play it too much on the board. In fact, you know what the unfortunate thing about that is that sometimes I forget which piece can do what until I visualize the board and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So you know that meme where it's like all that geometry and shit? That's me with chess. I'll be like, but if I were my enemy, I would do this and this and this too. So I would most definitely do that because I know me and I choose to be good. It's better for me. It's better for my soul if I'm good. It's better for my soul if I stay on the right side of right. Let's say that. It's better for my soul if I lean into joy and happiness and peace and balance than for me to lean into that other shit that is literally designed to destroy me from the inside out. I'm not doing that. You already planted your seed. You know? It's like a parasite. You know? So it's like, Lord, it's like every day I got to go in and just kind of like with my little gardening tools and be like, out of here. Every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm online or not, every day I have to do that. I don't know how many other people can relate to that, but that's my life. That's how I have to operate every day because you have infused my environment with this shit. You know, so whether I'm online or offline, it doesn't matter. You know, you've infused my environment with this. So, and then tampered with my car to make sure that that I can't like be mobile. I can't mobilize and get away from this place, you know? And then you spread around to people, oh, well, she's stuck. Well, why do you think that I'm stuck? Why do you feel like that? Because you designed it to be that way. Every aspect of me being stagnant here, everything, it has to do with everything that's been orchestrated to prevent me from growing. You know? It's like somebody wants me to go out so bad and so sad and so like, you know, like with no promising future, no, not like somebody really hates me. And I have to acknowledge that that is a real thing. Somebody truly does hate me, you know? And I never thought that that would be a reality. I never thought that I would ever encounter that energy. Because I was like, dang, I don't hate anybody. And I have been done the dirtiest of the dirty, honey. You know? So maybe what we should talk about next, and I'm not being sarcastic like on those comments, maybe what we should talk about next is this this so-called live hit or whatever that's going on. Maybe we should talk about that, and then we can start finding a resolve from there. I don't expect for anyone. I have a pimple, you guys. Sorry. You know how it's kind of subconscious. But I don't expect for anybody to admit anything. I'm not looking for that, and I wouldn't even recommend it at this moment. Don't do that. You know, and you know, I don't have to be, you know, Scouts Honor. You know, I don't have to be affiliated with all of the other woody whoop in order to, you know, I got you. Because a lot of people didn't know. And some people were being set up by people that they thought had their back because they was putting them on. I'm feeling that in my spirit. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel that. And whenever it's something that I don't have like a solid fact behind, I always make sure I point it out like, no, I'm feeling that. That's what my feelings are telling me. My intuition is telling me that. Somebody had it out for somebody and they acted like they put them on and they were really trying to set them up. So man, that taught me some shit. I was like, ooh shit, I gotta be careful with people who say they my friend, because I'm watching this shit play out in real time. And I'm like, wow, people will do that to their own folks. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, you know. And so I had somebody make a comment today that was a subliminal message to me that says you need to go to the doctor, or you don't go to the doctor or something like that, but it's okay because you gonna lose your life or something anyway, or some shit like that. And it was just like, it was subliminally stated, and I said, you know what, let me go ahead and address that, because when you put things like that out there, you do realize that I've been getting bullied and cyber harassed and all kinds of shit for now a few years. So you're either trying to test me to see if I'm going to you're either trying to test me to see if I'm going to speak on that, or whatever the case is, or you're going to try and you know put somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? So you have to realize that I am a loner for a reason, and I walk alone for a reason. For a reason. Because if you are wrong, I ain't rocking with you. And I don't care if you family, friend, and especially if you foe, I'm not rocking with that. You know? I've been exploited way too much. I've been taken advantage of way too much. I have been put through the ringer way too much. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm taking my last L for this year, and I'm not taking any more for 2025 at all. And that's not a New Year's resolution. That is a promise. I'm not taking any L's. So if somebody decides they want to take my life, hey, it is what it is. You're going to have to, yeah, I've done everything that I can possibly do. If you see me crying, I'm crying behind my kids. I'm not crying because of you. And I know that sometimes I pick that up. You guys like to take credit for, people's, like, if people feel sad or whatever, you guys like to take credit for that. That is like the worst thing ever. That is so demonic. I miss my family. I've said that a number of times. A number of times. And it is not okay. It's not okay what you're doing. So anyway, I'm going to finish eating my salad because it is good, y'all. And I'm surprised it lasted overnight too, because I made it yesterday. I'm surprised it lasted overnight because the pomegranate seeds were already at that point. If you eat pomegranate seeds, which I do a lot, then you know that when pomegranate seeds get to a certain point and once they've been detached from that core, from like the rind, then I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I think it is. Once it's been, separated from the rind, then what ends up happening is they get kind of like gooey and clear within, like, I'll say maybe 48 hours. You have to eat them. As soon as you pick them, you have to eat them, right? I don't know if there's a way to preserve them without them, like naturally progressing into like a vinaigrette, or the base for a vinaigrette, or a some form of probiotic, right? So when it gets to that probiotic stage, then that's when it's like, okay, so that's where it's at right now. It tastes really good on salad when it gets to that point. So if you have your pomegranates, don't throw your pomegranates out. If you feel like they're going bad, try them on a salad and see how that goes. I promise you, it'll surprise you. I was like, okay, this works. This works. I do that with my pineapples. When I have my pineapples, and the pineapples I've left them out a little bit too long, I'll just, I'll dice them up a little bit and I'll put them on my salad. It's so good. Lord have mercy. It's everything. Y'all can tell I love food, huh? I do. I love food, but I love healthy food. I don't love just anything, my eating habits are pretty healthy. So I don't know. But anyway, that's beside the point. Is there anything else I want to say? I think I'm good at this point. I'm just kind of like, I'm over all of this. And I know people are over me. People are tired, of me and tired of me telling my story and all this kind of stuff. And I'm kind of like, I don't even care that you're tired of me telling my story. Because guess what? This part of my story wouldn't even be a reality had you never set me up. I didn't deserve that to begin with. I didn't deserve for you guys to attack me on Instagram. I didn't deserve for you guys to attack me on TikTok. I didn't deserve for you guys to hack into my emails, all that shit. I didn't deserve any of that. And I damn sure don't deserve for you guys to be messing with my goddamn family and my car and my apartment and all that stuff. So I don't know, but I gotta just call it how it is, you guys. And I know it's some pretty big dogs out there that know who I am now. I was like, oh my goodness, that person knows who I am. I was like, whoa, that's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. Imagine, because you're talking to somebody who's not really used to being known like that. So I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. But I'm also not, like one of those people who's like, whoa, it's such and such and such and such. Like I don't do that either. But I was like, wow, I'm honored actually. Thank you for the acknowledgement. That's wonderful. But after all of that, I just want to let you guys know that it's not necessarily about what I know. Um, I recognize, like I said on my video, when I did my walk with me video for 36 minutes, and I was talking about, what it ended up happening and, with my gifts and stuff like that. And then, just my life in general and how I'm feeling and this and that. That's why he comes the next morning when I'm out and save your tears for another day type shit. And it's kind of like, you all are trying your best to dismiss my emotions and my feelings. You need to somehow, like, it's like you need to convince me that you don't care, but you're wasting your energy trying to convince me that you don't care, because I'm not putting this online for you. You just happen to be here. This is for me, to be clear. Okay?